Soundwave, superior.
Yeah! CybertronianQuestt. Chef Damage. T3PK. What up? T3. Yeah, look. Lights on, shelves glow. Room full of stories only collectors know. Bots on the left, lions on the right. Joe's in the cut like they ready for a fight. Old school heart with a grown-up bill. Still get chills when the glass doors reveal. Chrome hit the light, boxes stack high. Pre-order dropped and my wallet said why. Shelf Damage. Yeah, that's the name. Collect the real talk, no playing the game. Shelf Damage. Front row shine, back row pack, but it all feel mine. T3PK. Fam, I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Hey, it's your boy CybertronianQuestt back in the building. Another episode of Shelf Damage. This is episode number 4, and by now you've probably guessed what this episode is about. But before we get into that, I want to first give a shout out to my T3PK network family. So check it out. I'm gonna throw some links up over here. Make sure you go check them out. These dudes are at the top of the game, kicking down doors, entertaining, informative, honest. So make sure you go check out my T3PK network family. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, shout out to GT500. Shout out to DJ, aka the Ultimate Magnus, for hooking your boy up for his birthday. Mpg-19. So basically they kind of sponsored the show today. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the thoughtfulness, man. My brothers, you are appreciated. And watch your back, because I'm gonna get you back. That being said, shout out to the rest of my T3PK network brothers. Shout out to my Die-Cast Collective brothers. We got a show coming up on Sunday night. Don't forget to check that out. Like I said, I'm gonna put a whole bunch of links up here. Please go check out my brothers. Great human beings, great people. And if they were Transformers, they would be an interesting bunch that you would definitely want to tune in every Saturday morning and check them out. But fortunately, they got shows dropping all throughout the week, so make sure you go check them out, man. That's what's up. So yeah, I guess I should start here. So since I got back into collecting a couple years ago, I have had multiple versions of Soundwave. Soundwave is one of those characters that he's intriguing, he's interesting. You definitely want to watch him and see what he's about. He's just one of the top 10, or even in some top 5 lists of all Transformers, because he's that profound as a character. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show off. This is an original G1 die-cast Soundwave. Everything works. I got a tape with them. This is my baby right here. So I was fortunate enough to find this out at a toy show a couple of years back, and this was probably one of my first big purchases. So shout out to that. Next I have I'm dropping stuff. I have a Masterpiece class Soundwave right here. This is, I forgot what version MP Soundwave this is. So this is not Robot Paradise. This is not Takara Tomy. It is a 4th party Soundwave that's probably gonna get replaced now. Due to me having that Mpg-19. So this guy, I've had this guy for probably about 2 years or so, and don't get me wrong, he's gotten the job done. He looks great in display, and probably half the price of that Robot Paradise version. And this is one of the many Hasbro variants of Soundwave. I forget which version this is. If you guys know the name of these, you know, make sure you throw it up in the chat. But this was a cool, more futuristic version of Soundwave. That's why when I kind of got rid of, or planned on getting rid of my Hasbro mainline stuff, this was one of the ones that I decided to keep. I like the look. This is a G1 re-release of Soundwave. Still in the box. He's kind of a shelf filler. But yeah, I didn't want to open this one up because I have the other one. But this is one of those things where I saw it in the store, said I got to have it. I might have gotten at a Big Bad Toy Store. I don't remember. Now this was a gift from my wife for Christmas. I think it was Christmas when it came out, or an anniversary present. She knows that how I feel about Transformers, and she's actually a Lego collector. So she hooked your boy up. Nah, I mean. So yeah, I have this one and I have the Optimus one. I just haven't opened them up yet because I haven't had a good time for me to sit there and build Legos. I plan on doing it eventually because I do want to unbox them and put them up on the display. I just haven't had time to do it as of yet. So those are my current Soundwaves. I had a couple more so on the mainline side, but I decided to get rid of them a couple of weeks ago. So now I probably had about, I would say I had at least 10 of them, and I kind of got rid of them. So it is what it is. Now on to this guy. So let's see what we got here. This is my first time actually even cutting the tape on this box. So brand new. Like when we say unboxing, this is a real unboxing right here. So this is what we got. This is the Mpg-19. And it's a nice little box, nothing crazy. The front cover reminds me of the Takara Tomy Masterpiece box, regular Masterpiece box, the original one. So I'm sure they took, either they copied it or they took influence from that. So on the box, we have Mpg-19, Deathstrong Communications, Deathstrong Interrogation, Soundwave, and Condor. We got some appears to be Japanese writing there, which I don't read. You have to have AI do that. On the back, again, we have some sort of Asian writing. Could be Japanese, could be Chinese, I'm not sure. It says device mode. It has a picture of his alt mode, his robot mode, Condor mode. So it looks like it comes with a bunch of accessories, if you can see right there on the box. So it looks like it has a couple of Energon cubes, both the colored one and the clear one. It has the tape Condor, it has his shoulder thing, and it has something else in there. So let's just open this bad boy up. Always, every collector, even if you're not a streamer or a content creator, you have a sharp object near you at all times because you always assume that you're going to be opening up boxes. Guaranteed. There is not one collector out there that doesn't have at least one sharp object laying around. Alright, so immediately in the box, you have a card and an instruction booklet. inside the box, you have his clamshell. And like I said before, he does come with some Energon cube-like things, a tape case, another adapter for his chest, Condor, his shoulder weapon, or no, actually that's probably his rifle, and some sort of sound blaster that clips on his hand. So that's what's up. All right, I'm gonna pause the video for a minute and come. All right, y'all, I'm back. So here he is out the box. He seems to be a lighter blue, but his look is very similar to the other MP scale Soundwave I have. The plastic looks good, but he's a little light. Like, I don't feel any die cast in him. I could be wrong. There could be some die cast, but it's not a lot to feel heavy enough. But you know, it is what it is. He's got no ratchet in his elbows, no ratchet in his shoulders. He's got a waist swivel, not a tilt. He does have ratchets in his hips, as you can hear. He's got soft ratchets in his knees, and he's got a ankle tilt. And he has an eject button, a working eject button. So here's his face. All right. And his buttons, you can push his buttons. They don't serve a purpose, but there is some play there. He's got a fairly clean backpack. They really should have covered those holes, or as Gib would say, those bullet wounds. So also you have some bigger Energon cubes, clear one and a purple one. You also have a purple tape case, the buzzsaw, the Condor, whatever the hell the turkey bird is. You have what looks like his blaster. I don't know if I just broke it or... But yeah, he does have a blaster. I'll figure that out later. I'm really gonna end up breaking something. And you have an adapter for his chest so that you can attach the Energon key to it. And here we have Laserbeak, or this looks like Laserbeak. I thought Condor was the yellow one, so to me this is Laserbeak. I could be wrong, but they have him listed as Condor, but I don't think that's right, or maybe that's the Japanese version of it. So again, if I get it wrong, somebody let me know down in the comments if that's supposed to be. I believe this is Laserbeak. To me, I've always known this to be Laserbeak, but they have him listed as Condor, so it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna switch cameras over here so that you guys can get a better view. So as you can see, and I know this transition was kind of rough, but I'm still figuring out stuff, man. It is what it is. But yeah, as you can see, you got them all lined up here. You have the Hasbro version of him. You have the fourth party MP scale one here. This is Mpg-13. You have the original G1 variant right there. G1 re-release here, and Lego in the back. But I'm gonna move these guys around because I really want to compare the G1 MP scale versions, because this MPG is supposed to be Takara's new MP class. So as you can see, the MPG has a lighter shade of blue. I think this, oh, matter of fact, I believe this is Toy Funhouse. This is Toy Funhouse's masterpiece scale Soundwave. So they look almost identical with the exception of the paint color. One's a little bit lighter, obviously, but they look almost identical. So that's cool. This one has die-cast in it. This one doesn't. This one also has so it does have ratchets in it. Yeah, they're pretty much, I'm not gonna lie to you, they're pretty much identical for the most part. Like I said, the only real difference between them are slight little variants, as well as the paint app. They use a different color paint. And their feet also. I believe this one has die-cast feet in it. This one doesn't. So I'll be right back. Let me switch cameras again. All right, I'm back. So here's the thing, right? Looking at this, I like it. It's not a bad figure. It really has that Hasbro mainline energy to it. So when you compare it to something that's even on the cheaper side, like the Toy House Fun version, the THF version of Soundwave, or even the more expensive original Takara Tomy MP Soundwave, or even the Fans Toys, which is Robot Paradise Soundwave, he doesn't stack up well. Now, because of how he does stack up, I don't think that he's price competitive. Now I'm going to show some images of the THF version and the MPG version, and it's definitely not having equal or fair pricing. So I guess this is where the shelf damage comes in. It's yeah, man, I don't know what Takara Tomy is doing, what the end goal is, but this ain't it. This ain't it. This is definitely not it. This is probably, like, I would have to say this is just supersized mainline. That's all it is. And it's crazy to me that they would charge this for that. It's crazy to me. Can't believe it. Again, I'm grateful because my brothers got it for me. So for me, it holds extra value in that regard. But as far as Takara Tomy and the MPG run that they're doing right now, they got to do better than this. They literally took a mainline variant and supersized it. They didn't make any changes to it. They didn't fix the mold. They didn't add any good hardware that you would need in a masterpiece scale figure. This is the shelf damage. This is the shelf damage. So again, from a price point, I believe Shozi had it for $144. The THF version, which is damn near a twin, he just got a little sunburn, he a little bit darker, is 60 bucks. You probably could get it for about 80 bucks now, depending on where you find it from. But you're getting a better mold, better materials. And to me, I like them better in that darker color for half, little somewhere around half price of what you're paying for the MPG. So at this point, it's almost like you're paying specifically for the name and not for the quality. So now, don't get me wrong, I haven't found anything wrong with him yet. But at the same time, when you know that you can get a fourth party masterpiece scale THF or TFH figure for around half the price, or you could pay a little bit more, slight bit more, because at $144, that's almost, you know, that hell, 50 more bucks and you'll be at the $200 range. Robot Paradise, or even an original Takara Tomy version. So I don't understand what they're doing with this MPG series, but that's a whole nother discussion. To my brother Manu, I apologize. I'm not trying to trash the MPG series. I'm just saying that this is a little bit ridiculous for $144. You figure after taxes, shipping, and everything, you're probably looking at about $160, $165 for a stretched out mainline figure. That's crazy. That's diabolical work right now. Anyway, I don't want to sound ungrateful. Thank you to my brothers for thinking about me and ordering this for me. But you know, I had to talk about shelf damage, man. It's in the title. So, hell, for 200 bucks or around 250, you can probably get an original G1 somewhere out there, almost complete, loose, depending on who you know and where you look. So, I'm about, you know me, I'll be back. I'm about to hit it with the grades. That's also a new feature that I'm going to be adding to the show. I'm going to add a grading system. So stay tuned for that. I'll be right back. Okay, so as part of growing the show, I decided to come up with my own rating system, and it's called the Spark Meter rating system. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 spark being the worst, 5 sparks being the best, in 5 categories. So my categories are build quality, and that encompasses materials, plastic, die-cast, joints, tolerances, and QC, right? Then we have engineering, which encompasses transformation, articulation, functionality, and also design choices. Then we have 3, presentation. So presentation is stuff like the paint, the sculpt, portions, accessories, overall aesthetic, right? And then we have number 4, which is going to be shelf presence. That's how it impacts or affects your display, if it draws attention, if it earns its place on your shelf, and on my shelf, I should say, right? And then the last category is going to be collector value. So collector value is the price. If you're satisfied with it, would you buy it again, knowing what you know now? So those are the 5 categories, and I'm going to have them displayed up here, right? And so we're going to implement that today for the first time. So bear with me. Again, I'm constantly evolving this show because I'm figuring out what works for me, what works for you, what doesn't work. So moving forward, this is going to be my rating system on the Spark Meter. So I hope you guys find it interesting, informative, and let's go. So for Build quality, you know, materials and all that stuff, lack of die cast, solid joints, but it could have been better. Like I said, there's very few heavy joints and stuff on it. The tolerances seem fine so far. So for build quality, I'm gonna give it a 3. For engineering, I'm going to give it a 3. Not much has changed. They didn't change anything in this mode. It pretty much is a cheaper, less quality version of the original Takara Tomy one, or as I say, an upscaled mainline figure. That's all it is. It's up. So I'm gonna give it a 3. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. It's really middle of the road. So for presentation, I'm going to give it a presentation. I'll give it a 3.5. 3.5. I think that's fair enough. 3.5. Again, paint scope, proportions, has some accessories to it, but that's nothing that it shouldn't come with. Like you're supposed to get all that stuff with it, you know, because again, this is nothing but a repaint or a dumb down of the Takara Tomy release. So the original MP release. Shelf presence. I'll give it a solid 3.5. Solid 3.5. It definitely has a place on the shelf. Will it replace my THF? No. But it definitely has a place on the shelf. Not the main shelf, but one of the other shelves. And collector value. So for collector value, I'm going to give it a 4. The reason why I'm going to give it a 4 is if you don't know about a lot of third-party stuff, this would have been a fine substitution. You're clearly getting more than you would get from a mainline, so I'm trying to look at it from that perspective. If I was new into the game and didn't know about third-party and fourth-party stuff, would this make me happy? Yes. And the price on that perspective isn't bad. Like I said, $144 some change plus shipping and handling and taxes and all that stuff. It's not bad, because if I was a mainline collector and I saw this, I would be hyped with it. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, I think for collector value, I'll give it a 3.5, and I'm gonna stay my course at that. So, yeah, that's my rating on it. So again, build quality a 3, engineering a 3, presentation 3.5, shelf presence 3.5, and collector value 3.5. I'm going to stand on that. So if you're thinking about getting this and you're more of a mainline collector, this is a win for you. If you are a third-party, fourth-party masterpiece collector and you're heavy in the game, I would pass this. I would definitely pass it, because what you're paying for it, you're not gonna get everything that you could get if you're an experienced third-party masterpiece scale collector. And don't get me wrong, it will be on my shelf. I will look over it and have some happiness, because for me, I have an emotional tie to it, because my brother started me and gifted me with something, and I will always be appreciative. But if the situation was different, if I would have went out and spent my money on it, at that price point and at the hype that surrounds this thing, I would have been a little disappointed. But that's just my shelf damage, man. So yeah, holla at your boy. I'm about to wrap this up. I've been going long enough. I don't have a set schedule for these videos yet, but I will try to do a video once or twice every week. I don't know what days. I'm still figuring all that stuff out. But be sure to follow my peoples up here, my T3PK network. There's a show for everybody, all types of content, all types of great personalities, all types of just opinions on stuff, facts. Yo, it's on lock right now. T3PK network family. Don't forget Sunday nights, Die-Cast Collectives. Catch us on YouTube. Shout out to my T3PK network family on Facebook. So I think that's it. That's about it. I'm about to wrap this mofo up. It's Saturday. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Enjoy. It's been everything, and that's my shelf damage.
Yeah.
Oh, T3PK network.
Transformers, third party kingdom. Every voice in position. Give ATL chasing grails with the collector's precision. Basement in the attic live, bringing energy to the stage. Die-Cast Collective with the real talk, setting shelves in array.
MD Seeker takes flight. American dads keep it grounded. The Icon files dig deep where the history gets uncovered.
Let's talk about it.
Breaks the latest molds down. CybertronianQuestt keeps the truth in the sound.
Scooby Prime File got the deals with the chase. Bear 2727 brings the fire to the place. Joe
Prime in the mix, bringing power every time. Diz and Designs makes the visions come alive.
TNT Neon Prime hits the room. It's TNT time.
T3PK network. Let the whole thing shine. Every show has a voice. Every creator has a time. T3PK network. Feel the rhythm come alive. Transformers, third party kingdom. Oh, this is where we thrive. Every vision has a home. Every name gets its light. Different shows building something bigger every night. Transformers, third party kingdom.
Let's start the show.
Oh,